Hey, it says I'm live. So I'm going to be doing the Oracle card thing today. I'm going to keep this short today. I know I wear the same shirt for sometimes like a week and a half at a time. I do shower and I deodorant up and I put on the same shirt because I'm not going nowhere and I'm not doing nothing. But I'll be changing it today. I'm going to do my foot soaking again today. I ain't done a foot soaking in a minute, even though at first it was like, hey, I should do this once a week. And then I was like, I did it 1 week. I was like, I'm good. Probably gonna get back on that. I ain't been doing some of the things that I was doing, honestly. I was like not going outside for a minute. I'm going back outside again, thankfully. Um, I actually got some sun today instead of just sitting on the porch. And I tried to get some sun from the porch, but that didn't work. So I just had to go out back. But yeah, I'm gonna just get into this. Keep this short, get to work. I barely slept last night. I went to bed so late. Then I woke up at like 4 or something, and then like 5 something. And then I was like, ooh, this is a whole bunch of cards. Well, this might be a longer video because I'm going to take all of these. Bottom of the deck is attachment again. Attachment is accumulation, defensiveness, and scarcity. So that's not great. But we do have the Guardians, Awakening, and Illusion. Wow. This is going to be real deep. I guess the quicker I get this done, the quicker I can get to work. So let's just go in. I think I want to rearrange these. Guardians, Awakening, and Illusion. Do I want to? Guardians, Awakening, and Illusion. No, I'll keep them in this order. So we're going to start with Guardians first. Guardians is number 37. It says shielding, defense, and warning. Wait, what did this say? Defensiveness. So we have defensiveness in the challenge, or in, what is this again? Attachment. Defensiveness and attachment, but then defense and shielding in the Guardians. Under attachment is Dreamscape. So if you've been, I don't know, facing certain attachments in your dreams, my dreams were crazy last night. Some folks say you shouldn't eat sugar before you go to sleep. I ate sugar right before I went to sleep. I ate sugar every time I woke up. I got little Swedish fish and donut sticks, and I got I had a few Swedish fish. I had a donut stick, and the dreams got weirder and weirder. The last time I woke up, my heart was like pounding. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, this ain't about that. Awakening, Illusion, Guardians. I kind of want to use 3 different decks, but so I'm going to use the SKT, of course. I'll actually use this one for Awakening. And I'm going to take the picture before I start so I can have a thumbnail. Illusion. Illusion. I guess I'll use a Witch's Tarot for Illusion. And then the Guardians. I kind of want to use SKT for both. But I'm going to use it on Awakening. The Guardians. What decks do I have? I'm feeling the vice versa, so I'll just use those, I guess. That's probably going to be the longest. I love how the boxes get progressively smaller. Oh my gosh. Oh, those dreams were crazy. And big cats have been popping up in my dreams. I guess it's a thing. First it was a lion, like weeks ago. Last night it was a tiger. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Before it was big cats, it was dogs. But the dogs were like a month ago, maybe. Dogs were a while ago. Let's see. I don't even know. It is what it is. I try to put a little bit more effort, at least a tiny bit, most of the time. Okay, so we're gonna start with the Guardian. I'm gonna put these here. I'm gonna move these here. Take these out the box. I'm gonna shuffle these. I do want to put these all upright real quick because I was sitting on the porch today and I randomly got a feeling to put them all upright for some reason, even though I wasn't even thinking about the cards. The card that came out at the top was the title card. The title card is the Mind Your Business card. It's the card of life experience preferred. It's also the card of the choice is more important than the outcome. And for that reason, it's important that you kind of sort of go into it blind or not knowing. Sometimes not knowing is the best space to be in. I don't know why Elmo's World just popped into my head. I was in the store with my mom the other day, and then all of a sudden, la 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 la, Elmo's World. I was like, where'd that come from? Elmo loves his goldfish. That's crazy. I see the back of the Chariot and the Ace of Wands in this first pile. You can't go back. Move forward. Get the fire. Ace of Wands desire. And then over here, oh wow, there's the Judgment card in the back of the High Priestess. Is that the front side of Judgment? Yeah, that's the front of Judgment. So you see the angel and the people on the front side of Judgment. Then on the back, you see the face of the people and the sun with the eagle in front of it. Look at his eyes. See how they're on fire. Sometimes you got to stare them down and face judgment. Ooh, Ace of Swords. And then this will be the last one. Just turning all of these upright. So for the ones in reverse, I'm just flipping them to the other side so that they'll be upright. And over here, the top two cards are the Six of Swords, the Four of Cups, the top three, and the Five of Swords because it's all in my hand. I actually saw that Five of Swords recently. That reading didn't upload. Six of Swords. I saw this too. Did that one stay up? I think that one stayed up. These two cards actually both came out for the feminine side in a reading that didn't upload. Let's see, what is this? Moving forward to calmer waters. Inaction. And indomitable will. That's what I call that. I feel like sometimes, and I've said it, it's kind of sort of been coming up, at least for me lately. Sometimes the best course of action is inaction, and sometimes it's better to wait than it is to hop up on the first opportunity that presents itself. I need to find out how to shuffle these so that I get the backs of the cards. Oh, like that. And they all stay upright. Okay, nice. Oh, gosh. Okay, nice. Oh, the Four of Wands. And the back of the Three of Cups. No, that's the front. This card stayed on the table. The Knight of Swords. Okay. All right. I need to speed this up because this is going to be so long. Okay. All right. So the Guardians. This is number 37. Again, it's shielding, defensive, or defense and warning. Shielding, defense, and warning. 37. 37. Run, run over me. So, the Guardians resonates to that of guardianship of the soul. When a soul faces adversity or challenge, it is always innately guided to shield its sacredness from undue harm. There exist many forms of guardians, among them various universes. What? Among the various universes, among the various universes, and they serve to also ensure the safety and preservation of sacred sites, portals, souls, and wisdom of the light. Guardianship is a responsibility that these dimensional beings are honored to have. The oracle interpretation is: look at the signs around you very carefully. Your guardian angel, spirit guide, higher self, or other supportive light being is trying to get your attention. This may be a time to guard yourself from a toxic situation or energy vampire, or it may be a warning of a future concern. Also, evaluate your own shielding mechanisms. Do you do you have any? If so, are they working? If not, revisit and strengthen them. Strengthen them. The companion crystals are black obsidian and smoky quartz. And the companion essential oil is helichrysum. I don't know. Helichrysum. I don't know what that is. It sounds like a little bit of the sun with the helic. Oh, okay. I took out my water. It's almost empty, and my throat is already trying to go. So, how I usually do this is I'm going to pull the card after a certain card. And instead of going through the deck like 15 different times, well, I have 3 decks here. So we'll see. Shielding, defense, and warning. Shielding, defense, and warning. Shielding, defense, and warning. Shielding, defense, and warning. Give me 1 second, because I don't know what cards I'm going to look for. Shielding. Defense. Defense is going to be the 7 of Wands, for sure. Warning. What's a warning card? Judgment is what popped into my mind. Maybe Temperance. No, the High Priestess. The High Priestess is going to be warning because she's like an oracle, right? And that's what oracles did back in the day. Oh, there's that title card. Shielding, defense, warning. Or the Emperor. So I'm going to do 7 of Wands for shielding, the Emperor for defense, and the High Priestess for warning. I'm going to give this a few more shuffles. And then I'm just going to go whatever order they came out. I'm not doing a this and then that and then that. First card out is the back of the 5 of Wands. Just noting that the Emperor, the 7 of Wands, and the High Priestess. Okay. I might have to actually look at these. Oh, here's the 7 of Wands, and behind the 7 of Wands is the 5 of Cups. So that was shielding. I'm going to put the Emperor as defense because, I mean, I feel like that's his job to defend his empire. Right? Honestly, for this one, I don't really know. This one's a bit difficult. If I was using the SKT, all of the queens are shields. So I just see what cards are behind all. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that, and I'm gonna switch this to Awakening because that makes more sense. So I'm gonna look and see what's behind each queen, and then that's gonna give us an overall Guardian message. Sometimes you gotta mix it up. High Priestess is at the bottom of the deck, though. Right, let's see what this is about. I don't know why. I was like, I want to use this for Guardians. But then Awakening came out, and I was like, oh. Then I was like, I want to use it for both. Excuse me. I'll just give this a few. I'm going to wrap this up. I didn't end up getting any work done yesterday. I slept a lot yesterday. And then I'm trying to sleep a lot tonight, but I kept looking at maybe I slept too much yesterday. All right. We're going to start this. I'm going to move these out the way. Maybe that's why the title card kept popping up at the top. Like, you ain't got me in the right spot. I'm not in the right spot. First card out is the Sacred Cinnabar, Ace of Swords. I feel like this is going to be your answer. And I'm actually pulling from the top today instead of going bottom up. The Ten of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles both came out. And then there's the Wheel of Fortune. Lots of tens. So let's see who was the first showed out. So these are queens. You can place your bets on the order of queens. I'm going to say the Scarlet Shield, the Ebony Shield, the Ivory Shield, and then the Golden Shield. Scarlet, Ebony, Ivory, and Golden. Okay. So far, no queens. I got like half the deck down and no queens. That's fine. Where y'all at? Oh, the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups came out together. After this Eight of Swords, though. Wow. This isn't 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10. 8 of Swords, 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups. It looks like once you break free, all your wishes going to be granted, and you're going to be fulfilled beyond fulfilled. Like, wait. You feel like you ain't ready yet. I can see like your brain scared. Tail tucked between your legs. This is interesting energy. Now the kings are starting to come out, but still no queens. So you got this little run of majors right here. Oh, first queen out is the Scarlet Shield. What did I say? Scarlet, Ebony, Ivory, Golden. Scarlet Shield. Scarlet and then Ivory. So I got one. I have like 5 cards left in my hand. So the Golden Shield was the last card out. Before the Golden Shield was this Eight of Cups. So the Ebony Shield has to be in here already. Behind one of these other shields. I don't know if I should pull another card. No. Sometimes I don't account for these situations, but I have 3 queens and I got 3 entries, so maybe that's why she decided to come out with somebody else. So in the space of shielding, we have the Scarlet Shield. The Scarlet Shield is the queen of, I'll just show you what the card is. The Scarlet Shield is the Queen of Swords, so she's a angel who stands guard at the realm of thought, right? And so she's also the Queen of the Unseen, right? And so a lot of times when we're shielding from things, if the shield is effective, you never see what you're getting shielded from, right? If the shield or if something breaches the shield or if the shield is less effective, that's when you run into the territory of defense, because now like you actually see the threat and you're at least semi-actively defending against it. But in the realm of the unseen, we have a queen who is steadily working. This could be the result of an increased mental clarity and stability. This could be the result of someone not necessarily giving in to lack mentality, anxiety, worry, fear, stuff like that anymore. If that's not the case, then you may find a steady influx of situations coming into your life, right? Things like this goes wrong and that goes wrong and something else goes wrong. And that's saying like bolster your sort of mental resiliency a little bit, maybe. Um, Also, look at your shielding practices, like the card said. I don't know. Then we have the Ivory Shield when it comes to defense. The Ivory Shield is the Queen of Cups. So she's more of an emotional defender, of course. We got the two Femme Queens coming out together. Ivory and Ebony came out. I said Scarlet, Ebony, Ivory. No, wait, did I say Scarlet, Ivory, Ebony, and then Golden, or Scarlet, Ebony, Ivory? No, I think I got it right. I think the first time I said Scarlet, Ivory, Ebony, Golden. If I did say that, then I got them all. Hey, Miyoshi, Grand Rising. I'm so tired. um, these two queens came out together. So when it comes to defense, this is all about your emotional well-being and your physical well-being. Whereas over here, we have the realm of unseen things and we have the thoughts, right? Here, when it comes to things that you can actually see, things that are actually in your experience, again, a lot of these may be things that never make it past the shield. That's why, it's the Queen of Swords. It's because, like, you have a mental block on it. If they're not, then you need to up your shield. But when it comes to defense, these are things that you like. This is you being strong in your emotions and solid in your sort of foundation that you've built. This is an emotional foundational stability. This is the mindset of like, no matter what happens in my life, no matter what happens in my reality, I will be unmoved, right? Okay. Yeah, I will be unmoved. And so you have this very, very feminine energy when it comes to defense. And a feminine defense is an attack. Low key, right? Because if you see like a mama bear or a mom in general, when they defend their child, it seems like a lot of time they're attacking whatever is coming after it. It's not that they're necessarily like standing between them and somebody else. I feel like sometimes when you see a man like defending something, like they put their body on the line and they like stand in front, right? But like when the woman defends her kids, like she goes after the threat and she takes it out. So um maybe you'll defend. I mean, you got two queens, so either you could be hyper defensive right now or you're well guarded right now. And if you are well guarded right now, then this extra defensive energy from the challenge card is unnecessary. From the attachment, I keep calling this the challenge card. It's attachment. Um, and it's funny that defensiveness is the second entry. Defense is the second entry, and then on defense and defensiveness, like two queens came out. What is this also saying? A good way to limit the stuff that you have to defend yourself from is to be solid in your emotions, right? Because let's say that for whatever reason you find yourself in a situation pitted against someone who is jealous, envious, whatever, and to get to you, they pick out your weak spot, right? So if they know that you are someone who is like your car, the car you drive for whatever reason is what you stake your sort of like pride on, right? That's somebody who like might key the car or somebody who might do something to the car because they know if they do something to the car, you're going to be shook, right? But with that emotional stability, that's to be solid and grounded enough that you don't sort of have those entryways and those portals for people to come in and pick at you, right? Now, when it comes to the warning, we have the Scarlet Shield, which is kind of perfect. The Golden Shield, sorry, because as the Queen of Wands, fire is all about the vision. It's the sight, like we can see because of the sun, right? And so you have this Eight of Cups here, And the warning is like, this is the quiet before the storm. I feel like your defenses are on point, maybe. Your shields are up, probably. But you still need to move away from the situation because if you don't, things may like blow up. And if you're seeing a bunch of sinks around a certain thing, right? Because this is like with the Guardians, it's all about being protected by the higher powers, right? And it's like there are some situations that, like, let's say that you have like some ship, right? I've seen that one episode of Black Mirror that was kind of like Battlestar whatever. I know it's Galactica. I've never seen it, but I know it's Battlestar Galactica. Uh, and it's like, let's say you have this spaceship and you're like in your spaceship and you're trying to get somewhere. And I did see the first Star Wars movie, Star Wars Episode 4, because somebody forced me to watch it a few years ago. They were like, well, you've never seen Star Wars? We're going to watch it. I was like, okay. But it's like you're navigating through an asteroid belt and you're hoping that your shields stay up and you don't get crushed. Well, there are some situations where the divine will be like, hey, like instead of going through the asteroid belt, how about you like go this other way? Because if you go through that belt, your shields may take too much of a hit and they may fall before you make it all the way out. Your ship may get a little dented at. Best case, not best case, but better case scenario. And so there are some times when they'll try to completely navigate you around situations, but if you don't take the signs, then you kind of sort of go through it anyway, right? So next is this awakening card, which is number 3. Ancient knowledge, memories, and connection. Ancient knowledge, memories, and connection. This is so totally the SKT. That's the SKT all day. Maybe I'll just use the SKT to clarify all these. Shoot. Or I can put these cards back in the deck and shuffle it up again, but I want to see. I don't want to forget what they were, so that's why I leave them out. What other decks do I have? I'll read it and then I'll fill it out. So this is number 3. I'm just doing these Oracle cards real quick, Miyoshi, and then I'm going to get my day started and I'm going to get to work. I'm going to get this assignment done today, hopefully. Submit it tomorrow. Knock these 2 things out. Have one more assignment to do. That might take me a full 2 weeks because that assignment is long. And then I'll knock that out, be done by the end of May, or be done by, it's already the 12th. Let's say 14 days, the 26th. And start on that last class and hopefully knock that out too. My goal is to be done by the end of June. So, we'll see. Awakening, number 3. Let's see. Okay, here we go. The celestial interpretation. Awakening resonates to that of connection with ancient knowledge and wisdom. This sacred ray heals feelings of separation from that of our ancient ancestors and galactic predecessors. It initiates interdimensional traveling and opens vortexes within the soul. This transformational ray transcends time and space and helps us discover hidden insights that lie deep within our own being. The oracle interpretation is, one second. You may be remembering your ancient wisdom or other ancient knowledge from other civilizations. Sorry. An important connection will be forthcoming to assist you. Memories of past lifetimes and recalling spontaneous wisdom may be upcoming, so be prepared for the coming expansion of the mind. You are awakening to the truth of your origins. You have all the tools you need to see the truth in your situation. Companion crystals are Larimar and Labradorite, or is it Larimar? Larimar and Labradorite. Companion essential oil is eucalyptus blue. I mean, I don't know if it's eucalyptus blue, but when I do my foot soaking later, I'm going to be using a eucalyptus Epsom salt with the mussel. So maybe, I mean, we ain't got to stretch too far, but we have these guardians, and then we have this awakening. Maybe I'm. Oh, maybe in this moment of time, there's this, we'll call it a portal open. You know how, like, you'll see, like, in case of break glass in case of emergency, or in case of emergency, break glass, or whatever, like that. And so it's like emergency, or it may not even be emergency. It's just like when the time is right, these things will appear or return and find their way back home, right? And maybe the time is right. And maybe some things, some ancient things, some carrying some ancient wisdom and some ancient knowledge is going to unlock deep within your soul. And it might come with a certain set of memories. And that certain set of memories may be linked to certain gifts in a way. Either the memories could be what you used to recall, maybe some kind of gift, or the memories could be not great and could be there to assist you in not repeating maybe past mistakes, misusing gifts again. Potentially, I don't know. I don't know. But I feel like there's some kind of link between those two, between the Guardians and this ancient awakening. What cards am I going to be looking for? What did this say again? I didn't even read it. It's number 3. I just want to use SKT. This is Ancient Knowledge, Memories, and Connection. I did read this. Ancient Knowledge, Memories, and Connection. Memories is obviously the 6 of Cups. Connection is the 2 of Cups, I guess. Or the Lovers. Well, the Lovers could be a choice. But they are connected. Or it could be the 10 of Cups. Memories is the 6 of Cups. Ancient Knowledge is going to be the Hermit. That's a no-brainer. Connection. The Ace of Cups. We're going to do the Ace of Cups. So the Hermit for Ancient Knowledge. The 2 of Cups. No, the 6 of Cups for Memories. And then the Ace of Cups for Connection. Because it's all about connection, right? Oh, that card just flipped over. I just saw the back of the High Priestess. She was like, oh, time to flip. Time to switch. Switch it up. Oh, this card just came out. Oh my gosh. Guess what card just came out? The Hermit. The Hermit. Is this the back or the front? This is the front. This is the back. In the back of the Hermit, you can see the moon. In the front of the Hermit, you don't see the moon. So I feel like with the back of the Hermit, it's like he's almost out. With the front, he like, where the am I going? Well, oh, he found something. Top of the deck is the 8 of Swords. Is the back of the 8 of Swords, and I'm actually going to read that. And I'm taking the top of the deck because I guess I could have taken the bottom of the deck for the Hermit. I already took the top. This is interesting because what he's looking at, you see that? You see how he's looking down? He found the Orphic Egg. The Orphic Egg holds the elements of life. The yolk is the fire. The white is the water. The membrane is the air. The shell is the earth. And then the serpent coiled around it is the element of life and or ether itself. You found everything that it is. It's almost like, because this is about connecting and awakening, connecting to ancient ancestors and awakening very, very, very deep parts of your soul. So it's almost like he's being led to the beginning, maybe. This is whatever he finds coming out of this, girl, that's like everything. That's everything. That's everything. And it's almost like it had to get so dark on the outside for him to finally navigate to the darkest parts of himself. That is intense. I don't know who this is, who's getting like this, because I feel like we're all going through awakenings and stuff like that. But this awakening is different. This is different. This is like next. This is beyond next level, and it's just like sitting there. It's just sitting there. It's just sitting on the ground. He may not even know what it is though, because he like, what the freak is this? And there's this random egg just sitting on the ground as I go inside, and it has a snake around it. Like, I don't even know if I should touch that thing. I didn't even know snakes laid eggs that big. Like, the egg is bigger than the snake. Hello? What's going on? Is the snake waiting for it to hatch so it can have a meal or what? And then we have the back of the Eight of Swords. Oops. This is the front of the Eight of Swords. This is the back. You see the eagle coming in? It's almost like this eagle is coming in to like help at least take off her blindfold or cut the ropes on her. Because this eagle is like, okay, girl, you gotta go, you gotta get up, you gotta move. You can't be tied down right now. Like, like what are you doing? Like, you should have been done with this hermit. You should have found that egg a long time ago. Because you need to pick it up. Stop being afraid of the egg. Pick it up. I know it's like everything. The egg is everything, and it's intimidating. It can be scary, but you got to pick it up and you got to go and you got to move because we need you right now. Like I said, it's like that break glass in case of emergency type of whatever. Very much that vibe. I'm actually not going to read the Hermit because that's the card I was looking for, but I will read this side of the Eight of Swords. This is exciting. This excites me. I'm very excited by this. Eight of Swords says, from this point of view, y'all gonna have to bear with me. Maybe I should try to read a little slower so I can read consistently. I'll figure it out. Y'all just bear with me. From this point of view, we can see that the ropes that bind the woman are loose and she could easily escape them if she chose to do so. Moreover, one of the swords is one second. Oh, I went too far. Moreover, one of the swords is within her grasp already, making her release even more possible. The gentle rolling landscape before her speaks of freedom if she will remove her blindfold to see it. A large eagle flies toward her, symbolizing far-seeing perspective. When you get this side in a reading, don't wait for someone else to rescue you. The situation is well within your capabilities. If you choose to stay where you are, acknowledge that it is a choice you make. Ooh, a choice you make freely. Don't see yourself as a victim or place blame on others for your situations and circumstances. If someone else is playing the victim in the scenario, the kindest thing is to let him or her summon the strength and intelligence to break free. Okay, I actually love this. Um, so yeah, they like a sword is within your reach. Those ropes are loose. This eagle is flying in. Maybe the eagle is bringing the vision. You could also have Scorpio in your chart because I believe eagle is one of the things for Scorpio. It's one of the signs for Scorpio. I just remembered I got some peanuts down here and I'm about to eat some of these peanuts. I just went to the store and I forgot to get more nuts. I forgot to get more nuts and more saltine crackers, but I didn't forget to get the pepper jack cheese sticks. So, but I ain't getting no nuts or crackers. So I'm just like, I got all this sugar. You can tell what the primary reason for me going was. I also got some water, but anyway. So yeah, this is also saying, because we do have connection here, and let's say that there's this, and you have these ancient ancestors. Multiple people are going through these awakenings. Pretty much everybody at this point is going through an awakening of some sort or another. And let's say that some people have like a shared ancient ancestry. If you've already come out of this hermit mode, you can't help the person still in it. Right? What did it say? Let me find it again. It was like, you got to let them break free of it themselves, is basically what it said. It said, let me see where my eyes at. If someone else is playing the victim in this scenario, the kindest thing is to let him or her summon the strength and intelligence to break free. The kindest thing is to let him or her summon their strength, intelligence, and break free. I'm not looking for the strength card, so I'm actually going to look for it in this deck. Oh my gosh, look what I just realized. The Hermit is the card at the top. Wow. I'm going to look and see what's around this strength card real quick. That's Soul of Fortune. I can understand why something like that would be intimidating, though. It's a lot of responsibility. Or not even it being like a lot of responsibility. Oh, well, with great power comes great responsibility. That's what the strength card is saying. You got the sun and then the giver, the six of orbs, giver of the light. But with great power comes great responsibility. With great responsibility comes great power. And I feel like it's not even like anything to be extremely concerned about, because it's almost like once you awaken this part of yourself, you're going to naturally align with the things that you have to do anyway, or the things that you must do. I put all these cards back. Oh well, looking for the Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Why is this card the only card in this deck still in reverse? Is this Page of Gosh Darn Swords? And it's the back of the Page of Swords. What did the back of this Page of Swords say? You can't see his face. You don't know what he going through. These storm clouds is rolling in. He looking at the landscape before him. He got his sword braced super defensively. He nervous. He shook. He's scared. And it's in reverse. So I just got this image of like this visual, this little scene of someone like in the dark. I feel like the space is wide open, but it's so dark that it feels like they're closed in. And it's like it starts to shake. It's like they're in this cave and there's this earthquake, because that's the only way a cave would start to shake, right? And like they start to shake. It starts to shake. Thunder starts to rumble. It's getting dark, and someone's just like, "Somebody help me! Like, can somebody please come and save me?" I don't know why that's what he's telling me. But then there's another presence there that's just like breathe. It's like calm your mind because it's all in your mind. It's all a construct of your mind. And so the environment that you find yourself in is a direct result of your mental sort of your like mental plane mindscape, right? And so it's like you're not actually in a cave. It is dark, yeah, but you're not in a cave. The walls aren't closing in on you. There are no walls. And I feel like there's this incoming storm of awareness. And it's like this ego, right? Like the ego could be representative of the far-sighted sort of appeal. And maybe that's another thing that's intimidating to this person because they're finding everything, regardless if they know it or not. They're finding everything, and they may be coming to the awareness because this ego could be bringing the vision. The vision did come out the other night. It was like the first card out, remember? And it had the owls on it. Now we see another bird talking about Farsight. I mean, it's birds are kind of symbolic of that, so it's not. It is what it is anyway. Um, but yeah, like there's this incoming storm of some kind of awareness with this awakening, and it's frightening this person. They don't quite know what's going on, and it's a lot, and everything is shaking. And I feel like they're just trying to do their best to keep things together. Okay, so I just found the Ace of Cups for the. I thought I already saw her. Oh, it was the back of the Hierophant. So the back of the Hierophant was behind that Page of Swords in reverse. And then I just saw the back of the High Priestess. I'm like, I thought I already saw the High Priestess. I guess I was just looking at the throne. Even though one is like more centered than the other. This is the insight. This is the commitment. And then you see the child back there. Someone may not feel that they're yet up to snuff. Maybe someone's discovering a calling that they find intimidating and frightening, and they feel like a child, and they feel like they won't be able to. And then the emperor, the back of the emperor is right there. The back of the Hierophant, the back of the High Priestess, the back of the emperor. You can see all of their thrones. He's got the fire. Where the other fire at? Where that other fire at? He got one of the fires. And look, that's what he went in there for. He thought he went in there to light the fire. I thought he went in there to light the fire too, because that's one of the readings that never uploaded. But turns out he's coming up on a whole lot more than he bargained for. But again, it's like it's not to be. Did this just go back in reverse? Did you really just slide and flip back in reverse? Oh no. Okay. I was like, hello. There's the Seven of Cups. What was I saying? You're not going to do it all today, and it's going to be something that you grow into. So babies don't fear. I don't know. Paying bills, right? Babies aren't born with those fears, even though it's something that they're going to eventually do in their lifetime, hopefully, prayerfully. But it's like you grow into that. There are certain things that you don't have to fear up front because you grow into it. You do have to show up for it. So, I guess it could still be a little bit frightening and intimidating, but the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Wands were together in this deck. And the Eight of Cups actually came out with that Queen of Wands, but it's the back of both of them. It's in the dark. This is like someone leaving by, oh, yeah, because you see Pegasus. Pegasus is about to fly in. Pegasus is the element of divine retribution. So if you done good, Pegasus will bring you good. If you done bad, Pegasus gonna come and get you. But we have some other animal flying in. Another winged animal flying in. But it's like they're leaving under cover of the night. Because they're like, I gotta, oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. Well, the Two of Cups ended up coming out. right before the Six of Cups. So if I would have looked for the Two of Cups, I wouldn't have found it because when I pulled the Six of Cups, it would have been here. And then I would have been like, oh, I guess we're done. So I switched it to the Ace of Cups before we even started. The Two of Cups is right here. The next card is the front of the Magician. Again, you see that star at night, very reminiscent of the Eight of Wands. It was right here. Let me see if I can find it again real quick. Very reminiscent of the Eight of Wands, right there. It was actually the Eight of Cups. Sorry, it's a lot closer now. I wish there was a card where that touched down. I mean, there might be, but it would be so interesting if there was a card where that shooting star actually like touched down, right? Someone knows that to proceed further, they have to walk away from something. I mean, it's fairly apparent. So, when it comes to memories, this is actually extremely fitting. So, we have this awakening card that is all about ancient ancestors, ancient knowledge, those very, very, very deep parts of the soul. I literally have the Guardians right here. The Guardians is the Guardians can be one of my shut up cards in this Oracle deck, but since it was the first card out, I got to do something right. And I didn't get no shut up message from the Queens. I mean, the Queens basically said it is what it is. Either you're guarded and shielded and protected, or you ain't. And if you ain't, then why aren't you? Like, work on that. But also, I feel like the message to the Queens was like a lot of it is a state of mind. And if you have weaknesses and vulnerabilities that you haven't taken care of mentally and emotionally, they're going to be pick points for like people to pick at you, right? And it's like you're picking at the wall, and then you like pick through the plaster, and then you expose like the whatever, and then once that is exposed, they can go through and rot the whole foundation of the house, right? Because they pick through to the foundation. It's like they've gone beyond the paint, they've gone beyond the wallpaper, they've gone beyond the plaster. They're in the walls now. Um, but we have the Guardians, which is one of my shut up cards, and behind the Six of Cups is the title card. The title card is my shut up card. So when it comes to these memories, and of course, like I'm not gonna know what this is. I get no insight into what this is. So if you're like, what are the memories? What am I gonna unlock? All I can say is that Orphic egg is right there. And the Orphic egg is symbolic of the forces of life itself and the elements, right? And then you have whoa, how did that happen? There you go. Who trying to play somebody trying to play victim so hard? Like you can see how loose the ropes is. You can see that sword is literally right there for her to get free. You can see that bird coming in. You know she see it, but she's like, "Oh no, no! Like, what are you talking about? I don't see anything. I'm lost. Somebody help me!" It's like, "Nah, you got this. No one can help you now. I don't even know if spirit can help you right now because spirit is like, we need you to help yourself right now, and we need you to do this like yesterday, but like preferably today's the day to begin. It's never too late to start, so why not now? um but yeah, the shut up card came out. um this is the back side of the Six of Cups though. Here's the front. It's in daytime. Here's the back. It's at night. This could be the fulfillment of, like it said, this is the return. It could be like certain memories returning that give you brand new insight into certain situations, or the insight that you gain on these situations is going to lead you to something very significant. And with the title card coming out here, I'm going to say everything that you discover may not necessarily be for everybody. But if what you discover is a certain purpose or mission, and that mission involves a certain element of teaching, then take that as it resonates. Uh, but yeah, there's something like very, very interesting going on in whoever's life this is. And the reason why I say it may not necessarily be for you to share is because the title card came out, so it ain't my business. And I mean, just because it ain't my business, don't mean it ain't nobody business. But um, also, there's a certain element of it's like when you find something this deep, seek wise counsel is what I would say. But it's like not everyone is going to be able to like make sense out of whatever this is. And it's almost like you'd be saving yourself. Well, once you find this, you'll know how to proceed. That's what I'm going to say because I could literally go so many different ways. Like the title card came out, so I literally have no idea, right? Um, because it's going to be so unique and individual to all of you. Oh man, that's a level of awakening. That's like I told y'all it's gonna be heavy. Oof. I was like, oh wow, everybody's not doing it to this level. Um, and then behind this Ace of Cups, it's actually the back of the Ace of Cups. No, it's the front. It's the front of the Ace of Cups. Is that another? It's the dove. Is the dove on the back? Nope. The dove ain't on the back. So you get the dove. This is the front of the Ace of Cups. This is the back of the Ace of Cups. The dove is coming. So there's another bird flying in. And then we have the front of the Queen of Wands. This is so verdant and so green. I'm kind of surprised. She doesn't look as fiery. I mean, her dress, I guess, but she doesn't look as fiery and I don't know, intimidating in this card. Not that she's like intimidating ever, but you know, the Queen of Wands can be someone who's so fiery and passionate that you're almost afraid that if you get too close, you'll get burned. So scorch her. Let's see. But this is the outer side. This is the outer self of the Queen of Wands. And the queens are typically an inner self, right? Because they're the feminine, the unseen, the one behind the scenes, typically the receptive. But we see the front. Let me hold it in. I'm gonna do my best, y'all. A queen in fiery garb sits upon a throne of woven branches and roots. She holds a living wand in her right hand. Behind her, a dense forest forms a protective wall. A protective wall. Shout out to the Guardians. Um, I'm sorry, I lost my place. The queen's eyes are closed as she turns her focus inward. Her upright posture, and bare feet on the earth denote a channeling of powerful energy. This is a woman who can work magic. She knows how to work with nature's life force. She knows how to work with nature's life force that is all around us, as well as prana, cosmic energy. When she chooses, she draws friends and lovers like a magnet. Others may try to emulate her allure, but her power comes from genuine warmth and charm that can't be faked. I She draws power from life forces and cosmic forces through prana. And what was I telling y'all about this Orphic egg that is literally symbolic? Like, it's all right there. So she's getting it for real. The only thing we don't know about is these memories. And so the memories, that's all you. But like somebody is about to be, somebody is, oh, wow, that's exciting. That is exciting. That's really exciting. That makes me excited. And it almost calls to mind, I don't know what it was when it was. I was reading Masculine and Feminine Energy. It was the day I had the Kawaiis on one side. I think was I doing Oracle cards again? And I did like a his side, her side. Because on the her side, I was like, I got this visual of like a woman who's basically a force of nature with all the forces of nature at her command. And I was like, if anyone dares stand against her, then the winds will try to blow her out the way. Like this will happen. And if nothing else works, then the earth will open up beneath their feet and swallow them whole. Because no one stops the procession of this woman. Right. And she's like, has this calm serenity about her, even though everything around her is so tempestuous and chaotic. And it's like she is the eye of that storm. And I don't know. Anyway, I don't even remember when that was. On my old channel, I can remember exactly. Oh, it was this video. It was daily upload number 7, titled This, at about approximately 22 minutes in. I mean, I never got that deep, but you know. Next we have, whoa, hold up. We have releasing. This wasn't releasing before. Was it? Was this releasing before? I feel like I said something different. Oh, I want to go back to the beginning of the video and see what I said because I'm like 99% sure I did not say releasing. It was something about like illusion or something like that, I thought. Give me 1 second because I'm going to go back and I'm going to check. Usually I don't do this. Oh my God. I saw one of my friends in a dream last night. I had so many weird dreams last night. One of the dreams was us like, I was helping somebody find somebody. It was this wild goose chase. It was like, have you seen this person? And then somebody was this, somebody was that. Somebody gave us a hat. And there was this one point where, for some reason, it was a secret. And so there were these two dudes meeting up to exchange information. And then I see one of my friends walk by, and we were looking for a DJ. And I was like, I saw him walk by, and I was like, it was him. I just knew it was him. And I was like, hey, did you like create this one song? Did you DJ this party? And he was like, yeah. I was like, what? I didn't even know you were into music, blah, blah, blah. And I told him that. I was like, hey, I saw you in a dream. We were looking for a DJ. You were the DJ. And I said, like, I didn't even know you were into music. And he replied, that's actually kind of cool because a couple months ago, I said to myself, I want to get some stuff and become a DJ, LOL. Like, I'm going to try to scroll this up so his name isn't showing. But y'all see that? At the top? Oh, I just put Brooklyn information out there. Maybe I did it. Oh, it is what it is. Anyway, I want to find this real quick because I'm pretty sure I didn't say releasing. And I'm like low key a little shook right now. But maybe I did, maybe I'm just like absent minded. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time. I'm telling you, my dreams have been, some of them are, I don't know. I had a lot of weird dreams last night. A lot of weird stuff started happening. And I was just accepting it. I was just like cool with it. I was like, okay, all right. And then I got a little preview of a dream, and I was like, nope, not having this dream. I'm waking up. I'm waking up right now. And I woke up still in the dream. And as I woke up in the dream, oh, snap. Everybody's a DJ these days. DJ, DJ. And then when I woke up, my heart was like pounding. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, I'm not having this dream. I already know this is going to be a nightmare. I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. I need to wake up right now. I need to come up with something to wake me up out of dreams. Sometimes I just hope it work, and then I wake up still in the dream, and whatever I'm trying to wake up from is just like closer. And I'm like, Okay, I'm going all the way back because I need to see. Oh, I took a picture. Duh. I just rolled back to when I took the picture. It is releasing. Okay, the picture says releasing. Did I say something different though? Or maybe I'm just losing my mind. I don't know. I didn't sleep much, so that's a possibility. Illusion. I just said illusion. Awakening illusion guardians. But in the picture it says releasing. So what is happening right now? I'm so confused. Maybe I just misread it. I'm like, awakening illusion guardians. But I got releasing right here, and I have releasing in the picture. So, was I in an illusion? Where I thought I read illusion, but in reality it was releasing. Are we releasing illusions? Why is this card in reverse when all the other cards are upright? Why was the throat portal flipped over when all the other cards are looking at me? I don't know. I'm losing my mind, y'all. I'm losing my mind. I need more sleep. Am I still dreaming? Am I still asleep? Is this all an elaborate ruse? Is there an illusion card even? Yeah, because I thought it was like illusion or something. I love the Ice Queen card in this deck. Illumination is right here. Yeah, because I wouldn't have picked the Witch's Tarot for releasing. So this is coming out of rotation. Unless there's another card on the floor. Hold up, I need to count these real quick because I'm losing my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Transformation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Majestic Eminence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. The Promise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Attachment. 1. The Throat Portal. And then 3. And I believe there are 44 cards in this deck. So maybe I was just in an illusion for a hot second. But I'm going to grab the Archangel Power cards because this is actually releasing instead of illusion. I just lost my whole mind. Because I'm like, wait, that's not the card I saw. That is not the card I saw. And you're not going to convince me otherwise. Okay. I mean, it's cool. It's fine. I've kind of I haven't fallen out with the Witch's Tarot lately, but maybe it's just like, I don't know. I got some other stuff. This is going to be it's already an hour and a half. Or maybe it'll just be an hour and a half. That wouldn't be too bad. I'm not going to take another picture. The picture is the picture. I even switched up the things. A whole bunch of stuff is switching up. Ain't nothing working out the way I thought it was. I thought it was illusion. It's actually releasing. We're releasing illusions. Also, maybe illusions are being broken as we come upon this release. As we come upon this release. There's the Moon card and the Eight of Michael. The Moon and the Eight of Swords. Trapped in illusions that we don't even know are illusions. Invisible prisons. The ties that bond. The chains that are unseen. There we go. Okay, I'm going to give this a cut. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Michael. Interesting. So, releasing is number 32. This is interesting because I was wondering if it was going to be a five that came out next. Because first we have 37, then we have three, and then we have five, right? So that's a one and a three. I was like, so these are odd numbers. So one, three, five. And then 32 came out. Releasing, purification, spiritual cleansing, and letting go. Purification, spiritual cleansing, and letting go. Purification, spiritual cleansing, letting go. Purification, spiritual cleansing, letting go. Letting go. Letting go is going to be the Eight of Cups all day long. Um, because this ain't no Six of Swords where you just get to get on a boat and the ferryman takes you away from whatever this is. Nah, you got to let it go. You got to walk away. Sorry. And the Eight of Cups already came out. Um, why am I grabbing this? What am I doing right now? Grabbing the book so I can read this entry. 32. I'm so shook right now. Okay, I'm less shook now. I'm kind of sort of over it. But I was like, what? What? No, this didn't say releasing. I mean, hey, my eyes are my eyes. So maybe I was seeing stuff. Excuse me. Releasing. Galactic interpretation is releasing resonates to physical and spiritual clearing. This sacred ray imbues a healing and cleansing nature that is supportive of one's purification and inspires the power of inward reflection. Abundant with restorative but emetic. Okay. Abundant with restorative but emetic light, this uplifting ray bathes the spirit, eradicates negativity, replenishes depleted energy, and returns the soul's power to its rightful state of absolute joy and passion. I love that because we basically got, I actually kind of sort of love this because we go from the Guardians to the Awakening to this releasing. Maybe it was releasing, but no. Where does Bill around here come from? Oh, returns the soul's power. Yeah. Returning the soul's power is the awakening part. I was like, where did I get awakening from? Everything else was the Guardians. The Oracle interpretation of this card is release and let go of the old programs. Purify your worries, toxic thoughts, beliefs, and woes of the past to make way for the new. Although this may seem like a challenge, this situation needs a more clear outlook and a rejuvenated state of being. This may also signify an opportunity to release a toxic situation. It's time to clean house. Don't worry. Don't worry though. After the purging and spiritual cleanup is over, the new energies will be pouring forth and you'll feel uplifted and energetic. Companion crystals are clear quartz and aqua aura. The companion essential oil is Hyssop. I don't know what that is. Hyssop. Look it up. I'm actually kind of sort of going to look it up. Let's look it up and see what Hyssop is because I'm curious. And curiosity is a good thing to have in a time of a Gemini North Node, right? Can anyone hear me? Is anyone out there? Hyssop meaning. Here we go. It's in the Bible? What? It's a small bushy aromatic plant of the mint family. Oh, wow. It's in the mint family. What is the meaning of hyssop in the Bible? Oh, it's a plant. I didn't even know hyssop was in the Bible. A plant used in purifactory sparkling. What? Purifactory sprinkling rites. Okay, so you sprinkle some on you and you get purified. All right. I mean, I should have known, right? The Eight of Cups came out. The Eight of Swords came out. And then this card about letting go and releasing came out. That's interesting. So what did I say I was looking for? So for purification, spiritual cleansing, and letting go. Letting go is going to be the Eight of Cups. Spiritual cleansing is going to be spiritual cleansing. I'm kind of sort of leaning towards the Temperance energy. I don't remember what the majors are titled in this deck. There's an Epiphany Solutions piece. Purification, spiritual cleansing, and letting go. The sun is going to be purification. Because I'm thinking of fire energies, right? I was like, Aries is the emperor, Sagittarius is the angel, or temperance, and Leo is the sun. Well, Leo is strength, and the sun is the sun. But I'm going to do the sun for purification. For spiritual cleansing, I'm actually going to go for the moon card. I feel like I should do the sun, the moon, and the star. But the thing with the star is like that ain't letting go. That's just wishing for an escape, and we ain't got time for that. So we're gonna do the sun, the moon, and the Eight of Cups. The first card out is New Beginnings. Like, what else would it be? Well, letting go could have been New Beginnings. Could have been. No, we need something more active than that. Okay. Oh, there's the sun. Oh, these cards are so big. The sun, the moon, the Eight of Raphael. The three things that cannot long be hidden. It just popped back into my mind for some reason. But the three things that cannot long be hidden are the sun, the moon, and the truth. Right? Wow, that was intense. Okay, all right, I see you. Oh, I looked at it. So I'm gonna pull. There's gonna be two cards because I saw the Eight of Raphael and I looked at the card behind it. So I gotta pull one in reverse. There's the Eight of Swords. Oh my gosh, I did it again. So the moon is going to have two cards. Because I set the moon down and I was like, wait. I was looking for the moon. But I went looking for the Eight of Cups again, even though I literally just found the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I'm tired, y'all. The Eight of Swords is right here. Eight of Michael. Not surprised. This is the second time we've seen this card. It's time to let go. And it's time to break yourself free. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Michael. Of course it's the Nine of Michael. I left on the 8 and the 9 was at the bottom. And I literally just saw the Nine of Swords somewhere. Oh well. Okay, so when it comes to this purification, we have two cards. How did I pull two cards? Everybody has two cards. Okay. I guess the sun decided it had to be fair. We have the Five of Michael, Five of Swords, and the Seven of Gabriel, Seven of Wands. I went looking for the Seven of Wands. I was going to go looking for the Seven of Wands as the card of defense or shielding. I was going to look for the Seven of Wands as the card of defense, I believe. And then we see it right here, right? And so the Five of Michael is, this situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach and stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence and claim your personal power. I love that message. All these cards telling you to let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Because again, like with with the golden shield, I feel like someone is trying to navigate you around a situation, because if you go through this situation, if you don't walk away now, you're gonna get beat up for real. And if you don't walk away from the situation, don't be like, why spirit ain't do this? I feel like God abandoned me. Don't nobody care about me. The universe is out to get me, when the universe has been popping up exit after exit after exit after exit while you're on this road trying to get you to go off because you think you're going to a certain destination. And once you get there, surprise, it ain't the party that you thought you was going to get. So take the leave now before things get like ugly. Um, And again, take it as it resonates. Whoever's in this hermit mode, if you're in this hermit mode, can't nobody come and save you. If you're in this dark night, can't nobody go through this for you, because ultimately, at the end of the day, this is one of the final trials. I heard this is the final trial, but I'm gonna say this is one of them. But there are certain decisions and certain points that you reach where, after you make that decision, after you reach that point, it makes it so much easier to go through anything else you'll ever have to go through in your life, right? Because once you feel like you've reached the point of no return for you, once you have your eye on the prize and you feel that, it's like all of the reinforcement and all of the courage that you'll need to do anything. And so this may be a space or a time of facing one of the hardest, most difficult things for you, but you have literally everything to claim. Like, we have the Queen of Wands right here, who has this living wand, who is channeling the very forces of nature. And then we got the title, like the Shut Up card came out, right? So in my mind, I'm like, so that must be like real juicy. If I can't even get one card, I can't even get one card to see what this is about. Like, you can't know nothing, because there are times when it's important for us to go through the situation and to make the decisions. And it's so important for us to make that decision of our own accord and of our own free will, that we're not granted any insight into it. And this is my personal belief, right? I know there are some readers, I guess I call myself a reader now. Why wouldn't I call myself a reader? There are some people who like to like dig into everything. Like, let's dig into it. Let's see what this is about. Let's dig into it. And there are some things I'd be like, oh, let's dig into it sometimes, right? But also sometimes I know, and I'm not saying that other people don't know, but I know when I'm getting a clear sign of like, this is it, say no more. And I may try to like glean a little bit or tap into it a little bit to see like, is this something that, like, what is the nature of this limit of information? But like, I'm not going to tell you whatever it is that you're supposed to find out along the way, because it's your path. And it's like I said recently, the reason why we make the decision, or the decision making process, is more important than the decision or the outcome sometimes. Um, but something needs to be let go of. And someone, it could be dreams also. It may not be like a memory. It could be dreams that feel like memories. Maybe somebody else's memories. you know, you may be getting somebody else's memories and dreams, because maybe spirit wants you to show something. Said it. I can't say my word, so I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna just keep moving because I'm already off topic, and this ain't even about this card. But we have the Five of Swords, which is all about breaking free, and then we have the Seven of Wands, Seven of Gabriel, which is about standing your ground and believing in yourself and claiming your power. Clarifying the Sun card, right? Stand in your power. Reclaim. You must stand in it to reclaim it. Some people be like, how do I reclaim my power? How do I unlock my gifts? How do I do this? How do I do that? And then they never actually use it. It's like, What you want it for? You ain't gonna use it anyway. So with the moon card, which is a spiritual cleansing, we have the two of Ariel and the two of Gabriel, two of wands, two of pentacles, juggling and a crossroads. Two twos for the moon card. Spiritual cleansing 22. Look up angel number 22. Maybe you see in multiples of twos, like 22, 222, 222, 22222, 222222222. You know what I mean? I don't know. If you see in 222s, maybe in this next few days, it's about letting some stuff go and allowing yourself to be mentally, spiritually, emotionally purified. And sometimes when you go through a purification, you got to feel some real dark, deep, ugly things, and you got to let them go. You got to let them breathe to grieve, right? So the two of Ariel says it's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, and making work fun. Two of Gabriel says make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. And again, that vision comes out. So, yeah, if you have a trusted friend or somebody who shares your vision, someone who's on the same page, someone you can trust with that information, maybe you can be like, hey, I got this. But I would say dig into it yourself first before you give it to anybody else, because whatever is being revealed is being revealed to you, for you, by you in some ways, maybe. And it's almost like, I don't know, maybe that's just the part of me that doesn't really rely on other people to tell me like what's really up. Um, and it's like you can get hints and you can get insight from other people, but sometimes the full truth hits you in a way that's like a little bit different. Uh, Seek wise counsel again. If you're going to seek counsel, make sure it's wise counsel. That's all I would say. I mean, ultimately, it's your life and it's your truth and it's your journey and it's your purpose. Uh, but we have these two twos here when it comes to spiritual cleansing. We have balance and we have bold and ambitious choices. This may be redistributing who and what you give your energy to, right? And then for the Eight of Cups, for the Eight of Raphael, we have the Queen of Raphael, which is all about intuition. And then we have the Four of Gabriel, the Queen of Cups and the Four of Wands when it comes to letting go. What are you releasing so that you can claim this, sis? I don't know. Queen of Cups is kind, understanding, giving, and psychic. Follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. And then, time for a celebration, abundant rewards for hard work. Release yourself from release yourself from burdensome situations. What'd that say again? Oh, release yourself from burdensome situations in the space of letting go. A bunch of these cards said let go. Um, abundant rewards for hard work. So whatever this is, you deserve it. Don't back away. Don't shy away. I've said it before. And I'll say it again, I guess. But yeah, that's what I have for today. I'm going to pull a Wisdom of Lord Ganesha card to wrap this up because I love the Wisdom of Lord Ganesha cards. I'm a huge fan of Ganesha. Ganesha and Kali are my two of the Hindu pantheon. They's my top two. I guess Vishnu is also cool, but I don't really like dig into him too much. But Kali and I almost said Brahma, girl. Kali and Ganesha are my two. They're my top two. They're my top two. They're my top two. I am listening to my meditation playlist. If you're curious as to why my earphones are in, that's why. I'm listening to peaceful meditations because it's going to be that kind of day today. And then I'm going to do my foot soaking. I'm going to do my meditation. I already got my sun today. I might eat some carrots because I've been eating a lot of sugar. They didn't have the small box of donut sticks. We went to the store, they have no donut sticks. And my mama said, "Oh, they got a box right there." It was the big box. That's the only box they had, and I got it. So I've been smashing donut sticks. Usually, I give myself like a day or two for sugar every not so often because my body doesn't really handle it very well anymore. But if I do it in moderation, it's fine. It's like my body will give me a break. And you know what? You've been good, so you can have McDonald's, you can have sugar. Don't overdo it, but you can have some. And I already know I overdid it. And when I went to the store, I got back from the store that night. My brother bring me back grandma's chocolate chip cookies. I said, "Oh, but I already got so much sugar. I already have so much." So I took less chocolate chip cookies than I would have liked to, and I smashed them that night. I went to bed with some, but I woke up and I ate them. Maybe I should stop eating sugar at night. Then I'd be like, I can't sleep. All right, Lord Ganesha, what do you have to say about all of this amazing opportunity coming whoever's way, whoever this resonates for? And I guess I could say this message could resonate for everybody or anybody, but there's a lot of people that's not going to do the level of work that an awakening of this level sort of demands. And I guess at the same time, ancient ancestry, it can resonate for a lot of people, but if you ain't gonna do the work, it doesn't matter if it resonates for you or not. So don't get excited if you ain't the type of person to be just as excited for that hard crying in bed late at night, tears type of work. Because if you ain't excited for that tears, cry to get everything that you know you want type of work, I feel like you're not going to take up this opportunity within the time frame that these sort of windows are open, right? Because it's almost like a first come first serve type of energy. It isn't, but it's almost like it is, because it's like once things begin to progress and move, we're going to be shifting in a different direction. And it'll be some people who are still coming into this like more and more later on, but I feel like the majority focus will probably be on rebuilding and reestablishing life globally after we come out of whatever we're in right now, right? Maybe not though. Who knows? Ooh, card number 47. This is an 11. Joy. I love that. If you have to go through something dark and ugly and scary, if you have to live 32,000 lifetimes worth of nightmares and misery and pain, all within the space of a few weeks to a few months, to claim whatever this joy is, I feel like it's going to be worth it. And if you've suffered this much, even if it gets worse, if you suffered this much already, you might as well finish, right? Might as well keep going. Don't stop now. Rocket Man opened right to it. 47. Joy. Joy is the state of heart and soul. Joy is the state of the heart and soul. Joy is the state of the heart and soul. So, if we're talking about reclaiming the power of your soul or whatever, I feel like this joy card is like a big hint, right? Joy is the state of the soul, also the state of the heart. Not necessarily the default state of the mind because of the programming that we sort of are exposed to. Um, Societal constructs, standards of beauty, standards of this, standards of that, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, who you should be, what's perfect, what's attractive, all that stuff. So joy may not necessarily be the default state of the mind because of everything that goes into keeping people in certain sort of mindsets. But when it comes to the heart and the soul, it's the default state. So if you're doing any type of deep soul work and you're not going after that joy, there's a more effective route that you can take. There's a more effective approach that'll get you a lot farther. It may not necessarily be any easier, but it's going to get you a lot further. Um,
So it says, joy happens when the heart and the soul unite. This union is to achieve expansion. Oh, the mind expanding, something expanding on the mind. Yeah, because yesterday, or the day before, yesterday, it was the day before. Yesterday, it was when I went to the store. The day before yesterday, or was it yesterday? It was the day before yesterday when I stayed up until like 4 in the morning because I went to bed somewhat last night. On my Legacy channel, I uploaded a video. Part two of that video is like 8-ish minutes long. It's in the description. I linked it. I uploaded it unlisted. Whenever I have a multi-part, whatever, I'm just gonna upload whatever unlisted and leave it in the description because I don't want to flood my. I don't know. I don't want to flood my video screen with like part two, part two, part two, especially if I do it all at once, right? Or within a certain amount of time. Um, but anyway, what came out in that at the bottom level, very early in that, was an expansion of the heart. And now this is talking about expanding the mind. So if the heart's already expanded, to achieve or to maintain that certain level of connection, the mind too must expand. And when the mind expands, it leaves and makes room for higher level concepts, right? It's like you're not going to teach a kindergartner, you're not going to teach someone in elementary school the same things you would teach someone in, like, I don't know, college, right? And you're not going to teach someone in middle school or maybe even high school certain topics, college, and you're not going to teach certain people in college things that you like undergrad, things that you would teach like somebody with a PhD who's are doing a postdoc, right? And you're not going to talk to anybody enrolled in school in a way, or you're like the way that you teach them things that are less, especially if you have an extremely analytical logical person in school, when it comes to more nebulous and abstract like spiritual things, right? Then there's also going to be a certain level of um, if you're the teacher, you're going to have to find a way to teach it regardless because it's your job as the teacher, but it's going to be a challenge, right? But that's what mental expansion opens us up to. It opens us up to complexity, right? Anyway, this union is to achieve expansion for a greater good related to your divine path. Joy can create in you a sense of contentment, acceptance, and serenity. Even when you, what? Even when your life is in flux, you feel a deep knowing that whatever might happen will be for the highest good for all involved. When you have this knowledge in you, it when you have this knowledge in you, it brings spiritual determination. That's exactly what I was talking about. Thank you for the help. Spiritual determination. I feel like that's what you're gonna gain, especially like because this, whatever this is, I feel like this is on a like this level of awakening is on a whole nother level. And there's a lot of people who don't have the spiritual determination to see something like this through. Like I was saying, like you're on this highway and it's like get off, get off, get off, get off, get off. There's this same highway for this level of spiritual attainment and spiritual attunement where it is riddled with exits, so many exits along this highway. And a lot of people will take those exits before they go the distance and before they go all the way. Again, take it as it resonates, because before it was like, don't go all the way. Now it's like, go all the way, right? A lot of people aren't going to go all the way. They're going to take an exit. They're going to take an easy way out. They're going to say it's too hard. It's too difficult. They're going to mentally or emotionally shut down once they hit certain walls, right? It's like that dead end card again that came out where it's like this is it's like a dead end, but it's like you can't progress any further if you don't do this healing, right? And it's like once you do that healing, once you face certain things within you, then the brambles of the dead end sort of peel back and you see that the path continues. It's very much that vibe. So I wasn't on here for like 4 hours for no reason. Thank you. And those messages were darker. I was like, I don't like these. I don't like these. I mean, but if I gotta say it, I'll say it, I guess. But I prefer not to, you know. I don't like being the bearer of bad news or not great news. I love this though. Ooh, hold up. I'm not even like a third of the way through this entry because I keep talking. Spiritual determination. Spiritual determination. Spiritual determination. Where is spiritual determination? Okay, I'm gonna just start. Oh, it's right there. Spiritual determination. Even through difficult circumstances, such as those that you may currently be undergoing, even through difficult situations such as those that you may be currently undergoing, you will ultimately find your happiness. Through this card, Ganesha acknowledges your stress and exhaustion as you work to adapt to new patterns of behavior and release your old stories. Releasing your old stories. Let it go. You may not be happy right now, but you can experience joy in knowing that striving through a difficult situation is important. You are urged to realize that you came into this lifetime to undergo certain experiences and to learn very specific life lessons. Very specific life lessons. Again, when I was talking about whatever these memories may or may not be, like very, very specific to you. So other people may not necessarily be able to give you too much input because it's like the way that you react to and process certain things aren't necessarily the same as other people do it. And so when a memory is brought to your awareness with a certain suite of feelings and emotions and history and weight that comes with it, right? It's like when you have a dream and you go online and you look up, hey, what could this dream mean? It's like the interpretations that you get are like common interpretations, but they may not necessarily always be completely accurate for your situation because ultimately at the end of the day your brain communicates with you, or spirit communicates with you through your brain using your own bank of experiences, knowledge, and perceptions. And so your perception of a certain animal of a certain sign may not necessarily align with the common perception of it. And if you go off of the common perception of it, you may go a certain distance with understanding that dream, but there's a completely different meaning, deeper level that you may be missing because you're not applying your own interaction with the symbols, right? Because it's being communicated to you in a way that may be very like weird and confusing, but ultimately it's being communicated to you using what you have available to you to show you the image in the way that you need to see it. And that it's I'm kind of sort of getting the same feeling, and that's why I said seek wise counsel. But at the end of the day, your journey is your journey and your path is your path, and you're going to do what you're going to do regardless of what is or isn't said. um, and sometimes that's why the title card comes out. It says, be honest with yourself. Allow yourself, what? Allow yourself your feelings and emotions. Wow. Allow yourself your feelings and emotions. Remember that if your heart is feeling wounded and its healing is taking place, you are likely grappling with deep feelings and sentiments that may have even been repressed in you for lifetimes, plural. If you come upon a situation and it hits you in a way that you just can't necessarily go past, it may be something that you've been struggling and dealing with for lifetimes, and that may be why you feel a little extra stuck. But it's time to break free in this life to proceed further. You have an opportunity to not repeat the same cycles again and hope you get it next time. Get it this time. If you can get it this time, get it. Get it while the getting is good. Get it while there is so much energy supporting and leading people to make these sort of realizations, right? It's like we wouldn't all be in this space. And I was like, we have this a video chat group. And my grandma literally today was like, this is my quarantine lesson. She's like, my quarantine lesson is to do this. And I was like, wow, my grandma high key. And I just talked to her a few months ago when I was like, wow, my grandma has this whole side to her that I could feel was there, but I've never dug into. And I'm just like, I was talking to her and she was spitting so many gems at me. I wish I had it recorded because I was in a state of shock already, and so I couldn't even like take all of what she was saying. But I was like, I saw my grandma in a whole new light, y'all. Anyway, we wouldn't all be in this situation if there wasn't a reason and a purpose for it. And there's a lot of energy backing this transition. And so it's like we have all helpers down there, guardian angels doubled, tripled, sometimes quadrupled or more, depending on, the state that people are in and where we need them to be. You have all of these resources available to you right now. The windows, the portals are wide open. Take it for what it is. Excuse me, but don't rush through it at the same time because the process is important. May have even been repressed and you for lifetimes. Share your thoughts, feelings, emotions, and anxieties with those who can support you at this time. Joy will be, I actually had something about that. I forgot to say it. Joy will be the final outcome. Your energy and your inner light are shining to reveal your life's grand plan. In this card, Ganesha holds garlands made of Aruku flowers. Aruku flowers? I don't know what those are. Which have the ability to eliminate negative energy from the body and mind of a person. In your mind's eye, make an offering of garlands made of Aruku flowers to Ganesha. In exchange, Ganesha blesses you with good health and freedom from ailments. So I'm gonna zoom in. I don't know if y'all can see those flowers, but make them garlands and offer it in your mind's eye according to the card. Again, if that's what you do, then do it. The Guardians card did talk about upping your shielding if you need up your shielding. So maybe Lord Ganesha, he'll come and work for you. Like, I ain't never made no offering or nothing to Lord Ganesha. And I've never really even like made a prayer to him either. His energy and his presence is just inspiring. Like, I see an elephant or I hear Ganesha and I'm like, I can get through this. I can get through this. I mean, like my friend said, prayers for me. I guess that counts, right? I don't know. But yeah, that's what I have. This video is basically over. I am going to get out the final messages. I'm not going to get a final Ganesha card. But for all the other decks that I use, I love to just get a final card to wrap it up. It's been almost 2 hours. This was supposed to be quick. I thought I was going to get one Oracle card today. I didn't expect 3 of them to fall out. So that's why I went ahead and did this. We're going to start with the Archangel Power cards. I'm going to give these a shuffle up. Yeah, this is pretty darn cool. There's a lot of cool stuff about to happen. It's ugly and it's dark right now for a lot of people, but when the dawn comes after this darkness, because like you have to think, like this is a darkness that the world in our lifetimes since recorded history as far as we know, I feel like this is one of the darkest things that we've faced as it didn't fall on the floor. The back of the King of Pentacles. Is that the king? I thought I've seen the King of Pentacles before. I thought he had antlers or something. Yeah, that is the back of the King of Pentacles. Look how fruitful he is and abundant. He may be hiding it though, because it is behind the throne. He got his own store. But like this is one of the darkest things that we're going through as a global collective. So imagine the dawn after this, like, and there are so many like things being brought to light, so many questions being asked right now, rather founded in the right places or not. People are beginning to question things and people are beginning to analyze things that they may have just accepted before, right? Again, rather founded in truth or not, we're in the space of asking. And as humans, we should have always been in that space, low key, because I mean, I feel like humans are very, very, very curious creatures. And so for them to just, I don't know, kind of sort of semi-blindly accept some things could be bewildering from the outside. But I mean, I guess we're also creatures of comfort at the same time. So, creatures of curiosity, creatures of comfort. Ooh, the Empress just came out with the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. The Empress just fell off. What's at the top of the deck? The Two of Swords, Blind Seer. I was gonna say something, but I didn't say it. And at the end of that Lord Ganesha card, it kind of reminded me. Maybe it was the Two of Cups. I don't remember what it was. And trying to recall is making my brain hurt. So, uh, I don't remember. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, this just may be something, some messages to get you interested in the potential prospects that may await you at the end of your awakening journey. Have that spiritual determination. Spiritual determination is one way to give your spiritual coin a lot of weight. You can turn like one spiritual coin into many, 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 many physical pinnacles if you have that spiritual determination. If you got it, things are moving. We're taking off. Okay, last message, final card. Something to leave us out with from the Archangel Power cards. A piece of advice. If any angels is up there that is available right now, I don't know how many of y'all is like available right now because it does. It's not like hectic feeling, but it's like busy, preparing for something potentially. Can I get like a little intern angel or something who can run a message real quick? Like, oh, I'm still in my first, 100 cycles of angelhood, so I'm still fairly new to this, but I'd be excited to help you. And then it's like, yeah, we down here on Earth, and I'm like, ooh, lords. There we go. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Raphael, which is gorgeous. The Ace of Raphael says, a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, and deep and lasting spiritual insights. Deep and lasting spiritual insights. So this is going to be a spiritual insight. Not only is it deep, it's lasting. So whatever this insight is, it's either going to be it's going to be in the foundation of the way that you live your life moving forward, for sure. I don't know how deep in the foundation it's going to be, or if it's going to be like a brick in the actual house, right? But I feel like it's going to be something that lasts for a while. And I mean, we do have this awakening card right here. So when it says deep and lasting spiritual insights, how deep you want to get. The card that came out is the Ten of Gabriel, which is the Ten of Wands. So let's see. It says, ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load, working too many hours and trying too hard to please others. So this is basically saying, love yourself, care about yourself, take some time for yourself. Don't overwork, don't overdo it. Find time to find peace. And it said, ask your angels for helpful people. So maybe completely disregard everything I said about, but again, it's like seek wise counsel. Ask your angels for helpful people. You know what I mean? And I mean, that's what the card said. Well, we're all teacher and student at the same time, right? A lot of us can be teacher and student at the same time. Some people are just students, but a lot of the people who are teachers are still students. And some of the people who think they're just students can actually fulfill the role of teacher in some way, right? And so it could be the case that there are some helpful people down here who it's part of their journey to help people to find students to strengthen their ability to teach. Because again, the T in fast was whenever you teach something, you learn it twice. And so when you want to learn something quickly, learn it as if you're going to have to teach it.
So I would still say seek wise counsel always. But the card did say asking angels. It could be part of somebody else's journey to help you, and it could be part of your journey to help them in some way in return for them helping you. Now we're going to go to the vice versa to see what this message is. Do I want a different intern angel or the same intern angel? Let's go with the same intern angel. I feel like that angel, he may be within, he or she maybe within the first 100 cycles. I don't even know what a cycle of angeldom is, but I feel like that means he like not too far from, I don't know. Does somebody become an angel? Do people become angels? I mean, if you're a new angel, then were you just created, or did you ascend to angeldom? Ascension, maybe. That's way too much. Is it too much though? We have the Wheel of Fortune right here. The front of the Wheel of Fortune at the top, with the back of the Two of Cups at the bottom. So we just saw the Ace of Cups at the bottom. Now we have the back of the Two of Cups at the bottom. No, this is the front of the Two of Cups. This is the right side. That's the front. It's just happening at night under the star. That star could be Venus, right? Could be. Because Venus is one of the brightest things in the sky. The Wheel of Fortune is moving on that. So, on some level, this could be moving all of this sleepy time, nighttime, dream time, 5D communication down into the 3D, making some actual communication so we can get this Wheel of Fortune turning and moving for both of us, for all parties involved. But Venus goes retrograde today. I'm not exactly sure what time. I don't think it's retrograde yet. But let me see real quick. It goes retrograde today, and then Jupiter goes retrograde. And then Saturn, I believe. Or is Saturn already retrograde? Saturn's already retrograde. So Jupiter goes retrograde by like tomorrow, I believe. The moon is 1 degree in Aquarius. The moon is conjuncting Saturn right now. So, you know, Venus is in Gemini. I just passed it. Venus is not yet retrograde. Let's see. Venus is going to go retrograde in approximately 13 hours. Wait, what? Really? I thought it was like today. Well, he said in like 24 hours. Yeah, I thought it was like today. Who knows? Venus is going to be retrograde in 13 hours and 8 minutes. I'm going to check Jupiter real quick. You still got some time. There's still time. Not a lot of time, but there's still time. Jupiter goes retrograde. Girl, you ain't gonna show me when it retrogrades? Hello? Really? For real? For real? Really? Why did I even... Okay. I'm just gonna change the date to the 15th. No, I'll change it to the 14th. Jupiter is gonna be retrograde by this time on the 14th. And Venus will also be retrograde, right? Yeah. They'll both be retrograde within 48 hours. So, while Pluto and Saturn are retrograde, like with Saturn being retrograde, you may have like this little window of opportunity where things are easier. Potentially, I don't know, but maybe. But while Venus and Jupiter, they're in their like pre-shadow, but they're still direct right now. They're not retrograde yet, right? So Papa Saturn is taking a step back. There's this little window of opportunity. Again, I ain't saying go out and do nothing, but hey, if it's open, then hey, like, okay. Ooh, what is this? Okay, so the cards that came out, it was like 4 cards. At first I was like, is this too many? The back of Judgment came out. And again, you can see that eagle or whatever on the sun. Recall the eagle that was flying in on the 8 of swords, right? See this eagle flying in with the back of Judgment. We have
The back of the star card, where you can see the statue, whatever that statue is. This is gorgeous. I'm going to read these. We have the back of the Nine of Wands. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look, you see the cave? You see the person in the cave with the wand? Somebody got beat up. They got beat up. But they may be about to come out of the cave. Potentially. Potentially. I mean, look, man, his whole head is this is the front side of the Nine of Wands. This is the back. I can't wait to read this to see what this is about. But maybe someone's walking away from those 8 to claim their power. Or walking away from those 7. Yeah, walking away from those 8 to claim their ace right here, to get their power back, to become that Queen of Wands. And then the final card is the back of the Knight of Cups. This is the front of the Knight of Cups for reference. This is the back. We got that white horse. We got some horse butt. We got some horse butt right up in there. That is very interesting energy. It's like you didn't count me out, did you? Like you knew I would actually like make it through that, right? Like I wasn't gonna get lost or stuck. Like, hello? Come on. Come on. I know you had faith in me. I know. I can feel it. Even if you got a little worried sometimes. Maybe. Oh, there's the star right there. I'll open right to the star. But that's not where we're starting this story. Oh, look. And then there's that right there. So keep this image in your mind because I'm not going to hold the card up. Sorry, not sorry. This is a 2-hand job. So that side, which is this side, we see now that the 3 people have been called forth from their graves by the scholar's cry. No, the shofar's cry. Sorry, what's a shofar? Is that the bird? By the shofar's cry, as he comes forward to be judged, the man holds a skull to show that he understands the what? The transitory, sorry. A man comes forth holding a skull, showing that he understands the transitory nature of the flesh. The woman holds the golden egg. I don't even know if y'all can hear me. Like whenever, like with this crease, it's creating a shadow and it's so weird. Wait, if I read it that way, I don't know. Oh, there we go. That's better. Ish. Let me continue. As he comes forward to be judged, the man holds a skull to show that he understands the transitory nature of the flesh. The woman holds the golden egg of Isis, which contains the universe and thus acknowledges her own primal creative power. Sorry. The child's hands are empty, for he has nothing to prove. His consciousness is clear and his innocence intact. Above them flies the falcon of fire, Horus, god of the rising sun. When you get this side in a reading, consider this. What would you bring before the angel of judgment? What might represent your understanding or your life so far? What would you offer as you move forward to the next phase? What is needed to let you be as lighthearted and innocent as a child reborn? Ooh, I love that child right there. One second. Because this might be an answer. I might have to say, mind your own business. the rest of this reading is shut down. This for me. Let me stop. I'm just kidding. Just playing, obviously. What would you offer is the question. And I have 3 more cards, and the last card is the back of this Knight of Cups. The man offers an understanding of the transitory nature of the flesh. The woman offers the golden egg, which the golden egg isn't the Orphic egg. Wait, hold up. Yeah, it's not. It's missing the snake, right? Oh, let me get closer. You see that? I was gonna say that egg could be the egg that the hermit found, but it's missing the snake. So it's slightly different, but it's similar, right? This so if the hermit is whatever in this is gonna be like a whole extra half hour. Just supposed to be the last message. So one card was all it was supposed to be. If the hermit is a clue, then this is something being bestowed during this time of judgment, right? Because here we have this woman holding an egg. It's like, what would you offer? But in the hermit card, the egg was there, and he came upon the egg in that hermit mode. So is it that you find the egg and then offer it, or is it like, what do you have to potentially claim in this time of judgment, right? And so what she has to claim basically is that understanding of everything. In a way, I'm gonna reread the golden egg and see what it actually said. Come on, I adjust. In acknowledgement of her own primal creative power. That's what the golden egg is. It's an acknowledgement of her own primal creative power. So then again, we have that Queen of Wands who is in that primal creative power, the Hermit who is discovering that primal creative power. And maybe that primal creative power is going to be that Hermit's means to escape, quote unquote, whatever it is that holds her tied hostage. Words. Um, but so the man would get an understanding of the transitory nature of the flesh, and the child would get nothing, for the child already has it. So the child would have both the understanding of the transitory nature of the flesh and an understanding of its primal creative power, right? That's why it gets nothing. It already has it. And so, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That just got weird. Not weird, but I'm trying to go too deep. And that title card did come out, so maybe I should just leave it alone. Next, I'm going to read the back of the star. This is, nope, that's the moon. This is the back of the star. Hold that in your memory because I'm not going to hold the card up again because y'all know I'm already struggling. I need to reach out and see if I can get like an ebook of these so I can just pull it up on my phone and switch the colors and read. That'd be so much easier. It says a sky full of falling stars announces the presence of the cosmic man, the fallen life force reborn through desire. He is an embodiment of Osiris. Osiris was literally the only person missing from that last card. We saw the golden egg of Isis. We saw Horus represented, and now here is Osiris. Here's Osiris. So you got all three of them now. All three. I'm sorry. Osiris. The fallen life force reborn through desire. He is an embodiment of Osiris, the resurrected god who is born from the acacia tree. From the acacia. Oh, wait. From the acacia rose of passion, grown among the water reeds. Hold up, I just skipped the whole line. From the acacia, the tree in which life and death are enclosed. At his coming, a red rose of passion grows among the water reeds. I'm gonna have to find some other way to put this. My left eye is starting to get irritated as I'm trying to read this. Maybe I should try to read with my right eye. I never use my right eye for like anything. Maybe I should try it, right? Acacia is interesting because acacia's been on my mind a lot lately. There was this. I don't have to go into the whole story. This is already long enough. Okay. Can I read with this eye? Let's see. Ooh, here's some light. Yes. From the acacia, the red rose. When you get this side in a reading, a breakthrough is coming. More powerful than you imagined. Nope, right eye ain't gonna work. A breakthrough is coming, more powerful than you imagined. Girl, more powerful than you imagined or dared to hope. Everything is falling into place. Harmony is being restored. Your task now is to receive the flowing blessings with a thankful heart. When you heed the calling of your highest self, you can expect miracles. The back of the star said, this stuff is all coming. You just have to receive it. And I actually like that because, again, it's like someone is coming out of that cave to reclaim this wand, which was the one out of the 8. You've been judged already, maybe. All of the judgment already happened, potentially. In this storyline, the judgment already happened. It was the first card out. It's the most past energy. Again, this could all be future, so not necessarily. But once you go through this judgment, I feel like, or whoever is coming upon the back of the star, whoever's being reborn, right? Because Osiris was the man resurrected by Isis, dismantled by Set. Um, Osiris stood for order, Set stood for chaos. So chaos went out, all order was disrupted, resurrected, and then Horus, their son, becomes the new, like, a new sun god. And this is that he was the god of the rising sun, which is the dawn to come. Someone coming to prominence after this darkness, right? Someone finding success after this darkness. But also at the same time, it's like, well, if we look at today, maybe chaos today had to win out because the order that was in place wasn't serving anybody, right? It was that sort of twisted, more toxic, unaligned, malicious masculine energy. And so chaos had to come in. With the hopefully aid of feminine energy, it can be restructured in a way that is more beneficial and just and right for everybody. And then we can give birth to this new sun, this new world, this new experience that's a lot lighter and a lot brighter than the old one, right? All your wishes are being fulfilled. And I'm going to read the 8, the 9 of Wands. I was just going to stop reading, but I don't want to stop reading now. I mean, I've already come this far. I mean, I do want to stop reading, but here's the Knight of Chalices. I turned right to him, but where's that 8 of Wands? Here we go. The back of the 8 of Wands. The 9, sorry. We see the soldier's reward now, the purpose and fulfillment of his quest. So she is coming out of the cave to give that soldier whatever he earns. Oh, this makes me feel so happy. I told y'all, this is whatever this is today. This is like legit, legit, legit. I don't know who this gonna resonate for, but this legit, legit, legit. So we see the soldier's reward now, the purpose and fulfillment of his quest. A woman beckons him to a woman beckons him to enter the dark cave with her. She is the same woman who okay. Oh wow. Okay, I'm gonna start this over. This is kind of sort of intense, low key. or high. I mean, if it wasn't intense enough already. Um, we see the soldier's reward now, the purpose and fulfillment of his quest. A woman beckons him to enter the dark cave with her. She is the same woman who dances with the satyr in the Four of Wands. The staves the soldier has collected are proof to her of his prowess. Sorry, and he has come to claim his prize. When you see this side in a reading, your life force has been depleted by your hard work and fierce struggles. It must be restored. The seductive the seductive barefoot woman represents that primal force, and her cave is the womb of spiritual rebirth. It's time to remove your armor, lay down your defenses, and surrender to the purely animal need to feel alive in body and soul. Girl, I ain't gonna say nothing about no woman luring a man to a deep dark cave who is the same woman on the Four of Wands. I'm just gonna say, I mean, it's his prize. It's time to consummate something. Ooh, ooh, I'm doing the SKT next, so I'm gonna actually look and see what's around the Ace of Swords because the Ace of Swords is the consummating, and it looks like that's what they're about to do. So we go from the consummation in this Knight of Wands. It's like all of these wands proves to her his prowess and his worthiness. He's done everything he needs to do to come in and claim that prize. But this Knight of Cups, I don't know. I don't know. This is interesting. It's interesting. It's real interesting because we talk about Isis and Horus, then we talk about Osiris and Horus. I mean Isis, the woman, resurrected this man, beckoned him to her cave, and they gave birth to the child, Horus, who then becomes the god of the rising sun, right? The whole thing, there's this whole theme right here. There's a whole theme right here. But Osiris must have proved himself to Isis before he was killed by Set in order for her to have the strength and the determination to go scour the world for his body parts, reassemble him, and then perform the rite to bring him back to life, right? Because she wouldn't have done all of that for him if he wasn't already worthy of it. So whatever needed to be proven has already been proven. The person going through that hermit mode is further proving it, but this woman is already standing at this cave waiting for his arrival, right? She's already at the cave. Interesting. The back of the Knight of Cups. Boom. That's the card if you need a reminder. I actually kind of like this. The vice verses were kind of intense today. Let's see. The knight's armor shines in the starlight, which glimmers upon the water that surrounds him. His chalice is lifted. Oh, sorry. His chalice is lifted in offering and tribute to the constellation Orion. A crab has climbed from the tide pool onto a rock. The shadow side of the Knight of Chalices is found in his affinity with Orion, the hunter. Like Orion, he needs the chase, or more precisely, the quest. He is the Grail Knight, whose quest, oh, sorry, he is the Grail Knight whose quest defines his own worthiness to be loved. The crab provides a little warning. A little warning. Don't drop all your defenses until you see which way the tide is flowing. This is a conflicting message, but I love this though. Like Orion, he needs the chase, or more precisely, the quest. He is the Grail Knight whose quest defines his own worthiness to be loved.
Oh, I was like, where did I put my glasses? So in one card, the quest is complete and you can drop your defenses. On the other card, he's still on the quest, and the crab is the warning to not drop your defenses completely. Now, if you found this woman at the cave who is waiting to beckon you in to this dark space, um, then it's okay. If you haven't yet found that woman, then it's like continue along your quest. Don't drop your defenses completely. But I think it's not for you to be extremely guarded either. But what I love about this card is that it reveals the truth of his journey. That what he's really questing for is the worthiness to be loved. And that worthiness to be loved is found in him loving himself. Right. And so it's like once you love yourself, but it's also like once you really fully love yourself, you get an understanding of who that person in the Four of Wands could be for you. Because once you love yourself, you don't settle anymore for love that isn't actually love. You don't settle anymore for quote unquote love, or for people who quote unquote love you, but then they like treat you like trash or whatever is not right, ain't right. Right. But again, with that Wheel of Fortune and with the Two of Cups on the back, it's very promising for certain folks. Certain folks. Two of Cups is Cancerian energy. I recently did something that said something about the 8th month or something. Maybe not even that. It was something about June or July or Cancer season. Cancer season, the summer solstice is what it said. I don't remember what or where or when, but it did mention the summer solstice. I remember that for a fact. So the summer solstice was mentioned. I ain't used the kawaiis in a while. I am going to look around the Ace of Swords. The Empress did come out of this deck again. I'm going to go from the bottom, look for the Ace of Swords real quick to see what's around the consummating, because that was basically what it sounded like they was about to do. Okay, well, so around, and I'll pull this message right here. Okay, I'll pull another message right here. And then I'll pull a second message. Okay. All right. So around this Ace of Swords, Sacred Cinnabar, which is the consummating. Yes, okay, I got it right. We have the Burdened One and the Stronghold of the Zephyrs, the Ten of Wands, and the Page of Swords. Again, the Page of Swords again. The Page of Swords came out in reverse before. Oh, I just missed 22222. It's 22229 now. The Burdened One and the Page of Swords. I pulled another message for the Page of Swords, and I got the Page of Pentacles. I was like, I guess I'll pull another message. And then I got the Four of Swords. Okay, I'm going to just hold these up. Then I got the Four of Swords, the Convalescent. And then I pulled a second message because I got two messengers. And then the Scarlet Shield came out. And the Scarlet Shield, again, is that Queen of Wands, the Queen of the unseen. And so she protects us from things that we don't even see. If anyone would send us like bad thoughts or whatever, then she would protect us, because I guess bad thoughts manifest as bad things, or bad thoughts can latch on to us in areas where we're already we can manifest bad things. I don't know. But the Four of Swords and the Queen of Swords, this is the energy of a Five of Swords, right? But the fifth sword is the Queen's sword. And so again, I feel like that's the energy of like victory. You're going to be victorious in a situation, but you have to put your burdens down. I feel like someone may be focusing more on what will happen if they're not victorious, or focusing more on what will happen if they're not successful. They are going beyond what is already trying to. Was that the Ten of Cups? No, it's the Initiative. They're going beyond what is already trying to see into a future that may or may not happen. And if you're looking out that far, you're looking too far, right? If you're having worries over how whatever may be accepted or not accepted, the Tower and the Sun, you're going too far. It's like, take it as it comes. And I get that, like, you could want to be prepared, but
There is such a thing as being overly prepared, and you don't want to be overly prepared. All right, let's see. Let's get this final message from the SKT. What else is there? Drop the burdens, drop the worries, drop the stress. Ooh, Nine of Cups with that Knight of Wands. But what else? I feel like there was something else I was going to say about that Ten of Wands. Something about trying to project into the future. I don't remember. I lost it. Okay, well, we got 2 cards. Of course. So we have 3 wands between the Knight of Wands and the Two of Wands, the Discerning One and the Shining Flame. Bottom of the deck is the Archangel of Glory, the King of Wands. That gives us 4 wands. We got 4 wands now between the King, the Knight, and the Two. But I feel like between the Two and the Knight, that's about making a decision and going for it full force. And you can't go for something full force if you're worried about like what may or may not happen. It's time to throw caution to the wind and just go. Take it as it resonates, right? Use your discernment. This is the discerning one. But I'm the type of person of, it's like, if it's for me, great, we can proceed. If it's not for me, great, I cannot waste my energy, time, and effort, and I can go in a direction that's actually like meant for me. My time is very precious to me for some reason. I misuse it a lot, but it is still precious to me. Final oracle card to wrap this up. Also, with that Five of Swords, I was going to say the Queen of Swords has a sort of mental clarity about her, especially when she's upright. And the ace that she brings to the table to make that 4 of 5, to claim that victory in any situation, it's like that 1 is bigger than the other 4. Majestic Eminence. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Galactic Guidance. What number is that? Those are Pleiadians. Number 18, Star Family Assistance and Cooperation. I'm pretty sure these are Pleiadians depicted on the card. Galactic Guidance and Majestic Eminence. Majestic Eminence is number 27. Priestess, Divine Feminine, and Worth. Ooh, I love that. But yeah, it's like with the Queen's Ace, she's bringing a clarity to the situation and a clarity that will lead to victory in any situation, an unshakable clarity. And I feel like that 4 of Swords energy is still prevalent because I feel like that clarity brings a peace to any situation. And maybe that's just being more so unshakable, what's the word? Unflappable? Unflappable? Is that the word I want? Hey Siri, define unflappable. No, not implacable. Unflappable. I feel like that's a word, or it's something like that. But anyway, no matter what situation she's in, she's gonna have that peace, 4 of Swords state of mind because she knows the truth behind it. And that's how she can claim victory in any situation. I'm just gonna shut this down because this has already been long enough. And I need to get busy. I need to get to work. It's been 2.5 hours. Last but not least, is there anything else I want to say before I wrap this up? Nope. Have a good whenever you see this, if you watch it later. For those of you who were with me live, thank you for being here with me live. I appreciate it. And yeah, that's some pretty deep and exciting stuff about to happen. It's kind of makes me a little nervous, and a good nervous. They're good nerves, not bad nerves.